Hello everybody and welcome to another vlog. Today we're in Gozo and it's me and Sharon, my partner. Today we're going to visit Sapu Tower. Today this is our car, a Sports Buggy from our friend Gozo Quad Hire, because always treat us not good, super good. So today we're going to go to Sapu Tower, but before we're going to have a look from the cliffs because it's beautiful here. Let's go. On our way to Sapu Tower, we are above Mr. Rocks. Up there, I don't know if you can see it with that colored doors, it's Daħlet Orra Tara. And down here, it's Mr. Rocks. It's very difficult to walk here. You can see the video when we did the whole coastal tour and see how difficult this area is. And here is the easiest part. So now let's continue our way to Daħlet Orra because we cannot to Sapu Tower because we cannot go with the car more up. Here is some information about the Sapu Tower. The University of Gozo funded the building of this tower in 1667, but it was unarmed until 1670 when Grandmaster Nicholas Cotoner visited Gozo and stressed the need to equip it with necessary munitions. It was fully functional a year later. And in front of me you can see Sapu Tower. I have Sharon with me today, as you saw before. And this is the Sapu Tower, which looks in very, very good condition. It looks as if it was restored lately as well, because all the wood and the doors, everything is tip-top shape. This is the Sapu Tower, very good condition. You can see Sharon going to the door, but it's closed today. Now Sharon is telling me that it opens Wednesday and Sundays. Very nice. I think it's weird that they're going to visit this tower. But let's have a look from here. Another beautiful tower, and well restored. But now let's get to the edge of the cliffs and have a look, because for sure the views must be very nice. Although it's very windy today. Look how rugged this area is. I compare it to when I did Russell Wash. And remember, I have a video here when I did the whole coastal walk of Comino. Look how difficult it is to maneuver in that part, all bouldering. It's very difficult. Sharon is coming. Where are you going next, Sharon? Ta Kola Windmill, because with the wind I don't know you can hear her. So let's go. It's a little bit rugged, going up, look. But nothing big. Anybody can do this. Slowly, but anybody. Sharon, I think this is the Ta Kola Windmill. Entrance on this side, we'll have to find parking. Now we're at Ta Kola Windmill. I think we have some information here with the new Heritage Malta logo. And these were the stones are that used to make the wheat, crush the wheat and make flour. See, there's another one here. And this is the name of Ta Kola Windmill Museum. So let's go inside. Nice. We tried to get in the Ta Kola Windmill, but the guy taking care there told us that first we have to go exactly in front of me. There's Xaghra, which I covered as well. I did a video on this, and get the tickets from there because it's one ticket that you can go both ways. So we have to go and get ticket from here. The lady here at the Xaghra Museum told us we can just get the tickets for the windmill, which are €4 each. The wind is picking up a lot. Hope the sound is not that bad. The windmill is in front of me. Looks nice, huh? Let's go to visit. Dahan, the last miller of Ta Kola Windmill. Some of his tools are old bench. More tools for the wood. Weights made from stone. Here where they used to make the steel. The barrels are over there, where they used to put the coal here. And some locks. I think they were manufactured here. Here we have weight, or measuring weight, the brass weights. These are measurements. Also for the flour, even this one. And here some history of this place. With this machine here, the skull from an animal. I think where they used to grind flour, most probably. Shape of the windmill. Some history here. Grinding, baking, mashing, debating, harvesting. What is of bread and all this diet? Lot of stuff, And this one. Maybe there's machine for the make the bread. Now we're going up. Where they used to live. This is where they used to live, their house. It was a pretty house, Maltese bread. And here, from the cotton, they used to make cloth. Bed. Irons to iron the clothes. And here, double bed. My grandmother used to have one of these, exactly. And so, we're going upstairs. We are still cutting up the windmill tower. This is the mechanism of the windmill. This is the shaft. You see that turns by the wind. It goes all the way to here. Then it will rotate. This gear, this big gear of wood, will go into this gear, and this gear will turn and turn this one. Maybe the weight is put from there, go inside here. What I'm thinking is when they used to change these, what a big piece of, how you say, work here they have to do to get the stone up here. It's not an easy task. Look how nice it is. The view they had up here, it was of Xaghra here. And there's a tower up there as well. And now we start heading back. It's very nicely restored. And this how it works is very nice. Let's go down. Still a bit tidy first bit. It's exactly in front of us here. Well, I had to leave our buggies behind because now we have to go on foot. Yeah? So we can go up there. It's called the Tas-Salvatur Hill. Well, here we are getting closer. But as you can see, it's getting steeper. As I told you, there's a little bit steep going up and nearly vertical here. Oops. And Sharon is making her way too. And here we are getting very close. Sharon, you're nearly done it. Yeah, last push. Continue pushing. We're done it. Okay, good. It's steep, yeah? Look how nice from here. And the view, it's an amazing view from here. Look, we are very high place. And the more you go up, the more we can see. This is some history about this place. According to our tradition, the first stone statue of our Salvatore was placed on top of the hill known as Ta Kola Windmill in 1870 by a farmer from Xaghra. It's an ex-voto. Look. Impressive, eh? Let's go up there. And we have reached the top. Look how impressive. Here it is. You get to 60 degrees from here. Look how nice. You can see myself from there. Qbajjar, if I'm not mistaken. It's very windy today. As you can see, there's Sharon at the base of the statue. Look how big it is. Just like this, you can get an idea how big the statue is. And now the problem is getting down. But it's a little bit steep. So let's go. Now we are making down from this hill. It's a little bit steep and slippery, especially the last part. But it was worth it. The view are amazing, even the statue. Okay, Sharon. And now first we go to Saltpans and then Qbajjar, and then we do the saltpans. And now we're going where the divers go. We are doing it slowly. And here we are at Reqqa Point. Look how nice it is here. Now we're at Reqqa Point, and these are some of the saltpans here. Today is very rough. Normally here will be full of divers, because I used to dive here. And behind me, below me here, there's a big cave that you can surface here. It's a very nice area. So now we have our last spot. Maybe we can go and do and then see. So let's go now. Yeah. Look how beautiful this buggy is, It did her job today, exploring around Gozo. It's nice, And the buggy can be in better place than the lens here. Look how beautiful here it is, Nice, From here people can get a boat when it's not rough and go a tour outside here. It's a very, very beautiful area here. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Today it was me, Sharon, and the buggy. We serve as well, what do you think? From this beautiful location, I have to say bye and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's go.